Hello, beautiful singers. This is Valerie White Williams and Vocal Splendor Studios. And today I would like to talk to you about how to sing O Holy Night. I want to do this special for the holidays, and I actually thought about it before the last video, which was on English diction, and I want to give that first before I get into this song. This song is a minefield for singers. Everybody wants to sing it. It's pretty much the singer's carol because it requires so much breath control and phrasing, but additionally it has some of the trickiest diction there is in a song, and you hold out these long vowels, and if they are not pure or if they're garbled by the R's and L's and diphthongs, it can be a disaster, and it often is. And you might have actually heard the real famous bad O Holy Night version. Check that out if you can. Even though supposedly that is a joke, he is a textbook case on all the wrong things to do in the song. So what I'm going to do is help you to do all the right things, and so to make this song a success for you. Now, first of all, the thing about this song is it does require very strong breath and phrasing. Fixing the breath and phrasing is outside the scope of this video. So I ask you to go and check out my How to Sing from the Diaphragm video where I talk about how to hold back the breath. That is exactly what you need to do on this song, which builds and builds into the powerful climax. And the next thing we need to do with this is also make sure it is in the right key. If you want to go for that glory note at the end, the octave jump, which is often done on the last time through the form, the first verse or the last verse if you're doing all three, then you definitely want to make sure that you don't start too high so you'll be able to make that octave jump. But the biggest stickler, I think, in this song, which makes it the most difficult for singers, is the diction. Is holding out those pure vowel combinations in a clear, relaxed way without getting garbled. And because it's so long phrases, it's very exposed. So let's start. So we're going to start phrase by phrase. I'm going to go through the phrases, and we're going to start with that. So I'm going to give you the note, make sure I'm right. There we go, pretty close. Okay, so we're going to start with O Holy Night, the stars are brightly shining. So right away we have the O, we want a nice clean O, and then we have the first diphthong of many, night. So night is sung all over in this song, and the diphthong, which again is a vowel sound that changes, is night. So it's night, night. Now we say the word quickly, we get night, and it's very quick. But when we're holding out all these long phrases with night, we want to go to the pure part of the diphthong, the open, which is the ah. So the main sound that we want to sing on when we're singing night is ah. Now that seems a little strange when you look at the word because you see N-I-G-H-T. So most of those long I vowels are ah, especially in this instance. O Holy Night. Then we have the stars are brightly shining. Bright and shining are both ah vowels. So we want to go to the ah in both instances with that. And then we have our first R, stars. Now the thing about the R is it causes the tongue to bunch and become garbled, R. So the rule of thumb for an R, like star, is to stay off the R as much as you can, and you can often avoid it or sing it lightly. So we're going to sing with the O Holy Night. We're going to go, O holy night, the stars are brightly shining. Ah, shining. Nice relaxed face. So that's the first phrase. Next is, it is the night of the dear Savior's birth. Okay, we have another ah vowel. We sing night again on ah. Now we have 3 R's in a row. Dear Savior's birth. Notice when I say dear Savior's birth, I barely open my mouth. But when we're singing, we need to open up those sounds a bit. We also want to stay off those R's. So what you're going to really say is dear Savior's birth. And so for birth, which you hold out for 2 measures, ideally, it's If you go birth, you're going to get that really bunchy, yucky sound. So we're going to go back to it is the night of the dear Savior's birth. Birth. Now, next phrase, long lay the world in sin and error pining. Okay, pining. You might have caught my mouth. Another ah vowel. Now, world. Let's talk about that. World is one of the most difficult words to sing well because you have both an R and an L. And it's in all kinds of songs. So the way to sing the word world when you have to, again, hold it out, is to go to that w. So the vowel is actually almost like the French and the German umlaut sound. World. Then we're going to put the erled really quick, not world. So it's going to sound really clumsy. And sin and error. Now, the middle R is fine because it's going to go into the next syllable. But we're going to leave off the error, pining. So long lay the world in sin and error pining. Ah, there we go. Till he appeared and the soul felt his worth. All right, now we have L's and R's. You can see why the song is just so tricky. So appeared. So that's an internal R, but we don't want to go appeared. So I'm going to go appeared and the soul. Now, the thing about the L's is the L we tend to anticipate. We want to say soul, soul, felt. Again, we're going to get the bunchy and the L in the tongue. So we're going to, with the L's, we can't kind of sing off them like the R's can, or kind of skip over them. So with the L's, what we're going to do is make them very light. We're going to use the tip of the tongue. Soul, soul. This is where tongue exercise come in, and someday I'll talk about that. But we want the tongue to just lightly flick the L and kind of avoid the L again to the last minute. Nice, relaxed tongue. So we're going to go, till he appeared and the soul felt his worth. Again, no R, like birth. We're going to think till he appeared and the soul felt his worth. Next part, a thrill of hope, the weary soul rejoices. Okay, so we have the L. Now the thing about this L, we get to tie the L into of. The thrill of hope, the weary, and that R isn't bad either because we can tie that R into the next open vowel, weary. It's the ending that's more trouble. So weary, okay, the thrill of hope, the weary soul rejoices. Okay, rejoices is another diphthong. It's the I diphthong. So we're going to stay on the ah. So we go, a thrill of hope, the weary soul rejoices. For yonder breaks the new and glorious morn. Okay, we have new R's. Yonder, new and glorious morn. Okay, we're not going to sing morn, we're going to sing morn. For yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Now, here's where the song cranks up. And here's where the L's jump in. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Okay, let's start on fall on your knees. Fall. Now, when you look at the sheet music, it says fall, and then you see this line that's holding it out. So what a lot of my students do is they really want to sing that L because visually they'll see that L coming in. But you really want to do the nice relaxed ah. Fall. Really short L on your knees. Now E is another problem spot because it's the E vowel. Now if you're singing pop and R&B, you can go knees. But if you're doing more of a more traditional version, you're going to want to keep that E nice and round. Knees. And use the breath. So we're going to do that. Fall on your knees. Now with the here, oh here, I'm going to stay off that ear or not even sing it so we don't gum up the tongue. And the angel voices. Okay, we have another diphthong. Rhymes with rejoices. Ah. Voices. Don't let the voice come in and gum it up. Oh, hear the angel voices. So keeping that mouth open. Next part, we're going to repeat again. O night divine. 2 ahs in a row. I, they say I in the text, but it's the ah. So stay on the ah and you'll be good to go. O night divine. O night. When Christ was born. Back to those R's, and we're going to sing born. We're not going to sing the R. Born, no. When Christ was born. Okay, here comes the octave jump, same words. Oh, night divine, keeping it relaxed, keeping the vowels pure. This is key. Now, this song can be sung all different ways. I've heard reggae versions, I've heard pop versions, I've heard rock versions, I've heard R&B versions, and those are stylistic choices that will go into the song and how you're singing it. I want to do a more basic traditional version, but the rules of diction remain the same. We want to say those nice, pure, relaxed mouth for the whole time we hold the phrase. All right, hope you enjoy singing it. Thank you so much. Have a happy holidays, whoever you celebrate, and I will see you soon. Bye.